What's up, you guys? It's Henry, ex-Goldman Sachs, back with some straight facts to make you stupid rich today. And I got a new money-making ETF from the woman herself, Cathie Woods. I previously made a video on ARK and ARKF, but I really don't know how I can't talk about the next generation internet ETF, ARKW. I'm going to give you guys a little background why I'm covering this ETF and why this one is one of the strongest ETFs in the whole lineup. First, I just want to say I work as a consultant in big data and AI for IBM right now, so I know exactly how fast some of these technologies are growing, and I know my background is kind of nuts. I went from finance to consulting because I wanted to solve problems and advise big businesses, but now I'm positive my real home is here on YouTube, giving my knowledge away and building an awesome community around finance and everything that I feel is of value to you guys. So buckle up, get ready for me to flood your pockets with cash. Here's the agenda for this video. Number 1, fund description and industries ARKW invests in. 2, performance. We have to talk about performance. 3 is the holdings, which I will break down. Quick teaser, I'm going to discuss Slack and show you how it looks. I actually use the desktop and mobile application, so you guys get a treat. Not sure if YouTube has this sort of thing because I'm so busy on creating the best quality content. Alright, so here is what ARKW has exposure to. As you can see, it's artificial intelligence, big data, cloud computing, cybersecurity, and blockchain. All of these are really growing at an exponential rate. I actually studied business analytics on top of my finance degree at Drexel University, so I'm really into big data and AI. When it comes to cybersecurity, I know it's really important for all companies, especially those with significant data. I'm not an expert on cybersecurity, but during my IBM training, I was taught a little about hacking bank accounts, ethically of course, and I found it pretty interesting. Cloud computing is really the gorilla in the room and is a big component of large and profitable revenues for the likes of Amazon AWS and Microsoft Azure. Hopefully you guys are still with me. I'm just giving as much detail on what my knowledge is, and I want this channel to be as transparent as it can be. So here is a more in-depth list of ARKW focus areas and themes that they invest in. It's really hard not to like these themes, and I'm not going to be able to explain all of them in one video. So let me know if you enjoy this and want me to follow up on big data companies or e-commerce companies. The performance is stellar, to say the least, and beats the S&P 500 by this amount right here on my screen. These type of returns consistently will make you absolutely stupid rich. So for the bulk of this video, I want to really get into the holdings because it's really important you guys know what you're getting for your money and the 0.75 expense ratio, which isn't cheap by any regards. I'm going to start with Tesla. I have over 100 shares of Tesla, and I have loved this stock for some time now. Elon Musk's vision and execution is right there with Amazon. I know the marketing and technology genius of the company will continue its rapid expansion. I also know that autonomous driving will be the future, and Cathie Woods is most bullish on Tesla, partly due to a potential opportunity in robo-taxis. If you guys want me to detail exactly how much money Tesla could make and be worth with the robo-taxi business, let me know in the comment section below. I made a spreadsheet on the robo-taxi business when I was adding shares, and it helped me see the bigger picture with this stock. Anyways, I'll leave it there and just say Cathie has this as her largest holding in most of her ETFs. I know she clips this position once it goes over 10% for risk management purposes, something I have said is very important on my channel many times. I gave a poker analogy before about single event risk that could drop a company significantly, even the likes of Tesla. So make sure you diversify your investments, and if you need a video on diversity, you know who to ask because your boy's making daily videos to make you guys stupid rich. Next on the list, which I told my Patreon supporters about on Monday morning, is Square. I sold some puts in the hopes I get to purchase Square for $120 a share. What I like most about Square is their CEO, Jack Dorsey. Management is so important, but also the field they are in will completely transform how payments are made. Cash App is already a leader in mobile payments and has 24 million active monthly users. And if you guys want a good laugh or you just want to throw me some beer money, my Cash App is called Square Stock. Yes, I can't believe I got that name. I guess there isn't as many stock market enthusiasts on that app. Jack Dorsey should definitely subscribe to our YouTube family for that creativity. But the bread and butter at Square is their point of sale system, which allows business owners an easy way to take payments. Square has many lines of businesses, but I'm going to leave it there because I want to cover more positions in the ARKW ETF. I want to mention Zillow because they are leading the way for marketing in real estate. They are really growing and are up 38% in the last 6 months. Taking a look at their financials, their revenues are growing massively, but they still are not profitable. But that is to be expected with a lot of growth stocks. Their price to sales is just under 4, which in comparison to Tesla is almost 1/3. So I wouldn't call this stock expensive by no means, and I think it could 5x in the next 5 to 10 years. There is plenty of good stocks on this list like Roku, 2U, LendingTree, but I want to dive into Slack to wrap this video up because Slack is really going to make an impact with the work from home culture we have going on right now. Slack allows teams to stay organized and communicate, and as promised, here is what their interface looks like. Check it out, guys. This is the Slack platform, and basically Slack is just a software, it's an application that you can have on your desktop and that you use in your organization. So it helps you become very organized. So these are some from my company that I'm gonna have to blur out, but this is one that I just created for the YouTube family. And basically you can have different people in your contacts. It's pretty much super simple and straightforward to use. They have different applications. You can send different files through Slack. And yeah, you have little channels. So let's say you're a stock trader and you're trading Workhorse. So you're gonna have a channel for Workhorse. And then I have a channel for ARK. So there's so much that you can do with Slack, and it really helps you stay organized. And Slack makes a ton of money, especially from big organizations like the company that I'm at, IBM. I mean, they're probably having a contract that is multi-millions of dollars. And that is because Slack does provide so much value. So yeah, as you can see, subscribe for more financial education. But yeah, you can just like type things out and you can send them over to people. It's super simple. Here you can attach things. And yeah, you can invite people, you can have groups. All right, guys, so I'm actually gonna go over a very detailed example of selling a put on Slack stock. I really wanna help you guys understand options better. I'm gonna be super simple, I'm gonna be very detailed. Now, I just wanna say I am super sad because this morning I actually filmed a very long detailed video. I bought Slack stock, I bought 100 shares, and I showed an example of selling a call, why I chose that call. And then I also showed an example of selling a put, and I totally didn't record my screen. I was so devastated, but I'm gonna just try to give a little bit of an intro again, just to help you guys understand options. But I'm just gonna let you know right now that this is not gonna be as in detail as it was this morning when I was trading live, because the market's closed and I can't make those trades again. And I didn't realize this until much later. So I'm gonna try to do as good of a job as I can. Don't worry if you don't understand every single detail. Options are not easy. They took me 7 years. There's no way anyone can teach you options in a day. If they tell you that, run, just run, okay? I'm gonna give the most simplified example so you guys can understand. So this is what selling a put is. So essentially, and I'm not gonna lie, this is the same strategy that Warren Buffett used to become very rich with his insurance company. If you guys don't know this, Warren Buffett has an insurance company, Geico, and that is actually the way he became super rich, by leveraging all the money that he collects in premiums and putting that into the stock market. And essentially, the strategy that I'm gonna show you right now is the same exact thing. This is the same thing that I've done at my previous companies like Goldman Sachs. I was looking into these strategies, and this is a strategy that is a long-term winner. And the research is there. Selling a put means that you are committing yourself to buy 100 shares. And what do I mean by that? I'm going to explain right now. Share price for Slack is $28.78, right? That's what the share price is right now. And I'm I'm going to change this date to August 21st because Friday, July 31st is just way too soon. So there's not going to be much money in selling options, because you got to realize this, that a lot of the premium, the price in options is time value. The time value is the most important thing in an option. The longer the time, the more opportunity for that option to become more expensive, because when stocks go up or down, those options could make or lose a lot of money. And the biggest variable is really time. So let's just discuss going over this selling put strategy. If you see right here, it says -1. That is because I sold the 28 put this morning, and this is my logic behind it. I love Slack. I really want more shares of Slack. And basically, because I like Slack and I would like more of it, I looked at the 28 put. I'll click here and I sold it. And what does that mean? That means if it goes below 28, I have to buy 100 shares at 28. Now, I did this because I'm interested in buying more. Not only that, but I also got paid this $1.30 right here. And this $1.30 is actually $130. So I literally got paid to buy Slack at 28. So that's what selling puts is. It is a really simple strategy. I'm gonna slow down because I know a lot of beginners wanna learn this. Selling puts allows you to buy stocks at cheaper prices. That's all it is. You sell a put, you get paid, and you wait for the stock to go to your price point so you can purchase that stock at that price point. Now, if it does not go to that price point, that's okay, guys, because you got paid. You got paid this amount of money. And if it does go to that price point, that's fantastic. You get to purchase Slack lower than it is at the moment. You literally get a discount. You literally get paid to wait. This is one of the best strategies that I love to deploy. I love to get put stocks that I really like. I really recommend this strategy for companies that you want to own. And also, I just recommend this strategy as a beginner because it's very hard to really go wrong with this strategy. There really isn't a lose in this strategy, because the worst that can happen is the stock really falls down. Slack can go to 25, let's say, and now you're forced to buy at 28. But that is okay if you're buying a high quality company and you expect the stock price to go up. You're okay with that. You almost want that to happen because then you get to own a good company at a lower price than it is today. So that is exactly what I did here. I sold this morning a 28 put 1 month out, or 3 weeks out, I'm sorry, for August 21st, and I got $125. So that was the profit that I earned. And this 100 shares that I bought, I generated some income. I generated $91 by selling one call. I said this in a previous video. I did this exact scenario. I did this exact trade on NIO, and I did it again for Slack. Now, again, I really wish that I can put my very first recording, but silly me, did not record the screen. I had the audio for it, but I didn't record the screen. So guys, please forgive me. I have so much more content coming your way. I'm gonna teach everyone how to do options and how to trade them, but it's not gonna be in one video. It's gonna take time. And I just ask you to be patient because it took me a lot of time. It took me forever to really learn this. Even though I have a finance degree and I worked on Wall Street, it doesn't matter. Options are just very technical, and don't worry if you don't get it, but I also recommend that everybody paper trade at first. You don't want to be trading options as a beginner. It is a no-no. You do not want to do it, especially not in large amounts, because it is literally gambling, and there's just no way that you're going to be good if you're 3 months in. I mean, I studied this stuff and I was not able to do it in my first couple years. I was not able to be profitable. So stay patient. I showed you what selling a put is like. And to recap, selling a put just means that you get paid to wait for a stock to go down. Literally the most amazing strategy ever. And then selling a call just means you get to purchase shares that you want to purchase anyways, and then you just make income on top of your purchase. Again, guys, so that is it for selling puts and for selling calls. But I'm saying you have to sell calls on a position that requires 100 shares. This strategy is called a covered call, and this is just selling puts. You need to be cash secured for selling puts. And what does that mean? That means that if you sell a work 28 put, that means you have to have 28 times 100 or $2,800. you have to be cash secured, meaning you have to be able to buy 100 shares. Hope that wasn't too technical. I will be even more easy, and I'll be even more simple. I'm just a little bit frustrated because I did such hard work this morning. It was literally like taking a Picasso painting and throwing it into the water. I put in so much time and energy into teaching, but I really did want to make a follow-up video, and I really wanted to try to improve on what I did this morning. All right, so you got a feel for Slack and some other stocks, not Starks. Stonks? Maybe I should start saying stonks. All right, so I got a feel for Slack and some other stocks in ARKW. I really feel like this is a top ETF, and I can't say it's worse than ARKK or ARKF, which I also have in my portfolio. I'm going to be adding this one for sure. This channel is meant to encourage all of you to become better investors so you can achieve greater results in your financial endeavors. Don't let anything stop you on your journey to success. Make sure you educate yourselves and separate the information that is actually going to help you grow from the rest of the information out there. I'm certainly doing my best to bring all the value to my YouTube family that's possible. Thank you so much for watching. There's just one more thing that you need to do for me, and that's be aggressive in learning, but be safe in investing. I'll see you back very soon. Boom. I want to have even more to my outros, even more, but I have to think about that.
No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle.